Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder. We are back again today to talk about a new, I should say newish information that we're now getting in regards to Throne of the Supreme tournament during specifically what they hinted at in a previous update about how there's going to be some kind of betting system during TOTS, as I'm just going to so amply name it after my boy Napoleon Dynamite. Of course, it's going to be that lucky guess event. Now, as always, before we get started, make sure you guys sub to the channel, smash that thumbs up, and of course, ring that notification bell to get updates on when we have new content coming out. Okay, so there is some new information. This was released about 2 days ago, but they're just letting you know essentially that you're going to be able to bet on matches during each of the stages throughout TOTS, right? You're going to have the start time, right? You'll guess on who you think is going to win at the same time at the interregional group match. It won't be available during the preview day. What to guess? You can guess the outcomes of matches in your tournament's unit that will start in the current phase. Participation requirements in the current phase, all players who are in the same tournament unit, which is the interregion and grand region, can guess. 3 guess chances can be granted to every player per day, right? Now, there's a few different ways that you can guess. So you can, during, again, the different stages of the tournament, you can do a win or loss, which is pretty standard. You choose any 2, choose any 4. There's a champion lottery, etc., right? The win-lose method will exist in all stages of the tournament. You only need to select a game and place your bet on the outcome, and then you'll be rewarded if the guess is right. The choose any 2 method only exists in the interregion group stage, where you'll need to select a group and select any 2 matches available. So essentially you'll guess the outcome, right? We get it. You must complete the guess before the match starts in order to starts in the current period. You can't make any guesses after the match starts. That, of course, makes a lot of sense. The final reward multiplier and rewards are subjected to change according to the time of guessing. For a single game, the max reward multiplier is 5, and the max reward is 3,000. For a multi-game, right, so we're looking at, what's that? That means you could play 600, right? If you do 600 multiplier 5, right, you're at 3K. For a multi-game, the reward multiplier is 256, and the max reward is 10,000. I'm going to be honest, I wish I was a little better at math there. So what, we're doing 10,000 divided by 256. So what, you can place a 39 bet? If that's right, who knows if I'm doing math correct. You can just disregard this part. But again, you can win 10,000 of this. Right, now here's some tips. To make correct guesses, you must use good judgment. That kind of goes without saying. Keep an eye on competing lords and make sure to watch replays and check out battle reports to make more accurate guesses. And then they give you a screenshot here of how the event is going to look. So you have the lucky guess portion, you have missions, and then you have hot. Now I imagine hot are probably going to be some of the games and players that could be on a streak, right? If they're winning consistently or if they have a high win-to-loss ratio. I like how it tells you the win-lose, if you won, if it's not revealed yet, right, and then if you lost. So they show you, like, here's the bet you placed, 10, estimated rewards 20. Even though the multiplier here is only 2, at least, again, if I'm reading this right, and then I would imagine there's going to be an area that you're going to be able to exchange these, your winnings or your coins in, your glory coins, right? And it says here, right, you're going to be able to guess, you can exchange your glory coins in the Supreme Trove to redeem. Right now, I don't see any kind of trove area. Maybe it could be here in the missions. Maybe it'll be in another area that they'll release later. But still, again, this is just more free rewards, and I'm going to tell you why I like this event so much. And then I'm going to break down something else here at the end. But the reason I like this event so much is because in another game I've come from where they have something similar like this, though there's no tournament system in it. And furthermore, there's no betting system. Now, we have seen other games that do SVSs or KVKs, and they have some betting systems, not in those specifically, more in like the Alliance versus Alliance variations, similar to how we have Illusion Battlefield. Other games have their own AVA variant, and in those variants, they do have betting systems for some of the games that allow for you to bet on the outcome of matches. And you can allocate how many resources you want to use to go into that bet. But in here, again, this is why I love Infinity Kingdom for a lot of the good things and the pioneering things they do and have been doing so far. Again, they've taken an arena-style system and created a cross-server tournament out of it, and they've added a betting system in, right? They've laid a foundation out to potentially take it to the next step, which would be game-wide. Right, imagine doing, again, you look at other games and they do their AVAs or their Alliance versus Alliance variations game-wide, right? Well, they will take the top 250, I'm just giving an example, right? But they'll take like a top 256 alliances based on their registered power, and then they'll put all those people up, or they'll do qualifiers, right, for people that meet certain minimum requirements, and then they'll put you into like a 256 bracket and then kind of go from there, right? Those are ways you can do, and I think the ability, keep in mind, we're not even talking about Illusion Battlefield or the AVA variant and the possibility, the opportunities there, even though they have talked about doing a tournament for Illusion Battlefield, which is fantastic, right? It's just so much more to look forward to. But we're talking about an individual player tournament, which, yes, keep in mind, let's be realistic about it, right? The players who are probably going to benefit from these the most are either are for the majority part going to be your spenders and probably your heavy to medium spenders, and then it's going to be somewhat of a competition between your low spenders to, no life, free to play grinders, which again, the most amount of respect for those people, right, for those 100% completers. But this is really where this type of an event is going to be, I don't want to say favored toward, but geared towards is a better word. Now, some of the benefits, though, when it comes to how you as a free-to-play can look at this, because of the fact that this is going to be an arena-based tournament, you are going to be able to take away a lot of things from this event. You will be able to take away what match compositions are. March compositions. You'll be able to look at, again, and keep in mind, if they keep doing this, as more Immortals come out, this will hold more value, because once you have 8 Epic Immortals, right? Like let's say you had 4 back lines and 4 front lines, right? You are now having more opportunities to customize your marches, or I should say your compositions, and something like TOTS will play more of a factor. I think the biggest thing we're really going to be able to get out of TOTS is looking at TOX support skill usage, right? What are the certain sets that skill sets or TOX sets that players are using against other marches, or if there's just some that come out and reign supreme. I think that is going to be the big talking point and big selling point here once the first version or first round, if you will, of TOTS comes out. That's what we're really going to be looking at. Why? Because no one is really max troop power yet, right? There's no players that have maxed out everything to where they can now no longer increase their troop power. It will eventually get to that point. But for now, a lot of what we're going to be seeing come into play is who has better, again, TOX set matchups, counter TOX set matchups, and then where is kind of the RNG, right? The luck of the draw, the randomness factors and percentages coming into play as well for a margin of that. But I am still ecstatic to see when this event does come out, given that I have accounts in many of the servers and working on having them in all the servers. I'm going to try and give you all a lot of overviews. I don't know if I'm going to come out and give you like my percentages on sports betting or anything like that, but I do want to try and give you as much coverage from as many of the 8 server groups as we can, and giving you updates when these things are happening, because I think the first round is going to be extremely exciting. And again, even though, we'll see. I would imagine as future variations or future sessions, versions, if you will, that go on, it will get more fine-tuned, right? The first one, again, I have very low expectations going in, just because, again, there are different levels of spenders, different level of people that have max marches, but we're going to be able to see a lot of those top marches, and I think talk skills are going to come into play so much where we're probably going to see what we may consider to be a lot of upsets, right? Because some people are really analyzing stats more than others are, and that to me is going to be just another element of interest to bring to you, the viewer. So look, that is it for me. Let me know what you guys think, right? Are you, after I've got done explaining a little bit of what my thought process is, what my hope is coming into this event, do you agree? Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you maybe view TOTS in another way as well that you yourself can benefit from, right? Let me know what you guys are thinking down in those comments below. That is it for me. Until next time, we'll catch y'all later.